Hello YouTube and YouTube subscribers. I'm going to do two updates on my tanks, on this one and of course this one. This tank, one thing I've been doing is I've been battling algae in this tank. I'm actually starting to win. I've been doing extra heavy water changes. I've been doing some slight chlorine treatment where I'll do a 10% water change and I will dechlorinate the water and that'll spike the chlorine. You can do that to fight algae, but I don't recommend doing it constantly. I really recommend doing that when you have a slight algae outbreak. This tank does have a nubia issue. I got so many of them in here that they weren't like properly attached to stuff, so I had to put some elastic bands on some of them and try to get them to attach to different pieces of driftwood so they can grow a bit better. Like this one right here, it's latched on that wood really tight. And then there's even this low one right here, which actually stapled onto a piece of wood. But then, every time I do cleaning in here, I'll find like there's a nubia bud floating around that's not properly attached to something. Like look at this plant right here. That piece looks like it could break off, make another plant. Then, even like in this area in here, well, you guys can't really see it, but there's some plants look like they're going bud off, smaller individuals. As for this tank, I kind of got fed up with the coloration of the tank. I think the water is just too clear. I like the water to be kind of yellowish looking, because I think that just seems a bit more natural for the type of setup that I'm going for. So what I did was I had some oak leaves, and right now, since it's fall, the oak leaves are just going to come off naturally. I'm probably going to have to collect a whole bunch more in this for them to last winter, since they tend to break down in water after about a month or two. So hopefully this tank starts to turn nice and brown. One thing I've been really contemplating was whether or not to add something into here with him. I'm not sure how he'd react to having tank mates because he's been in this tank by himself for about 2 months. And because how this tank is shaped, it's like not as long as this tank here, but it's bigger than a 5-gallon technically, but doesn't have as much foot space. It might not be as comfortable for shoaling fish. I like to kind of dart around and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what I could add to go with him. I did come across some honey Grammys actually at Pet Shop, and I didn't buy any of them because I assumed if I put them in here or in here that the betas might go after them, just because they're kin, and betas often don't get along with other members of their extended family, the gourami family. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. I do have some species profile ideas I want to do. I haven't gotten around to doing them. I don't know why. It's because I'm a bit too busy with school. So peace out.